It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Stone and Wood, and it's a bottle of their Cloud Catcher Australian Pale Ale. 330ml bottle. There's a look at the bottle cap. And the ABV on this beer is 5%. Stone and Wood. I think Stone and Wood was the first Australian craft beer we ever reviewed on the channel. Must be about 9 years ago now. So without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. I want to say a massive thank you at this stage of the beer review to Travis. Thank you very much, Travis. Absolute star. Absolute star. Keeping us supplied with the very best kind of Australian craft beers. I'm really pleased. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. It kind of, one of those beers that kind of fell back into the black hole, as me and Travis call it. We had to dig it out the black hole, but we got it. We got it, and it's not that old. It's only a few weeks old, really. Good levels of carbonation. Look at that, nice looking beer. Hazy. I'm not going to call it straw coloured. It's a very light amber, I would say. Good head consistency on the beer. Let's get the aroma. Oh yeah, that's good. Orange, tangerine, orange peel. Lemon and zesty, and it's good. Smells really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Travis. Ooh. That's really interesting. It's got quite a unusual kind of finish to it. Like a citrusy, bitter lemon. Bitter lemon. Remember the old bitter lemon from years ago the old ladies used to drink? Bitter lemon. It's got a real kind of bitter kick to it with a bitter lemon kick. It's quite unusual, but it's quite nice. You know, it's a different kind of experience, and that's what we like on the channel. If we were drinking the same beers all the time, blooming heck, I probably would have given up by now. You know, with sheer boredom. It's nice to try loads of different beers, loads of different styles of beer. Very drinkable, very refreshing. A little bit of biscuit malt to begin with, I'm going to change that. Not a biscuit malt, more like a light kind of wafer, cracker bread type flavour. Very light and airy flavours from the malt. That carbonation pushes the beer round the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It's a good beer. It's a good beer. What do Stone and Wood? What was it called? Stone and Wood. Classic beer. Classic beer. Stone and Wood. It'd be their best-selling beer. Is it Pacific Ale? Stone and Wood Pacific Ale, or is it something similar to that? This refreshing Australian Pale Ale, hopped with Galaxy, Ella and Enigma, has tropical and stone fruit aromas and flavours. With a medium-bodied mouthfeel from the blend of pale and crystal malts, it finishes crisp with a firm bitterness. It definitely has a firm bitterness on the back end there. Our beer is inspired by the mountain which backdrops our Merwillabau Brewery, often covered in cloud. Wollongong, also known as Mount Warning, is the indigenous word for cloud catcher. Ah, right, that's a really interesting thing. You often see the clouds around the hills, don't you? Often see that. I like it. No preservatives, no additives, just, you know, solid Australian beer, brewed by Stone & Wood Brewing Company, Boronia Place, Byron Bay, Australia. Right. The more I'm digging into this beer, the more I'm getting into it, I am getting that kind of more of a, it's like passion fruit and mango beginning. It's very slight. It is very slight. It's very kind of subtle, but it's there. What I am getting, and I'm going to reiterate this, is this kind of like spicy, peppery, kind of bitter lemon on the back end. It's quite unique. But you can imagine this beer. I'm reviewing this beer in British wintertime, so it's currently Australian summertime. Oh, I can imagine this. I've never experienced the Australian heat. You know, apparently it gets right up into the 40s, 45s. Can you imagine, like, when it hits one of those kind of bonkersly hot days in Australia, that you're able to put a few of these in the fridge and light the barbecue and, you know, let life pass by on an evening where the ground is flat and you can see for miles and you're cooking on the barbecue and you've got a couple of these lovely pale ales. That, you know, that's the type of thing that makes people tick, especially when they get into their kind of late 30s, early 40s, where they're you know, they're kicking back a bit in life and they're starting to relax a bit, and, you know, a couple of beers and the barbecue. This is a solid brew for that very experience. I'm going to rate it. It's a nice drop. It's a nice brew. Cloudcatcher by Stone & Wood in Australia. I like it enough to give it... I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!